Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the corporate world. And today we are diving into a filing from Strive Incorporated, where it seems like they are gearing up for some big stock movements. Now, let's get straight to the point. Strive Inc. has filed a report that tells us about upcoming stock sales and what that means for the company and its investors. It is all about making shares available for people who already own them to sell to others, and the company itself isn't making any new money from this. So what is the big picture here? Strive Inc. is essentially saying, hey, some of our shareholders have a lot of stock and they want to sell it. So we filed the paperwork to make that happen. This isn't about the company issuing new stock to raise money right now. Think of it like a big secondary market sale. The company name is Strive Incorporated. This is what is called a Form 8K, and it is a current report, meaning it is about an event that has happened recently and is important for investors to know about. The date of this report is the 8th of October 2025, and the earliest event they re-reporting on is also the 8th of October 2025. Strive Inc. is incorporated in Nevada. That is the state where the company is legally set up. Their commission file number, which is like their official ID with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, is 001-41612. And their IRS employer identification number, or EIN, which is their tax ID number, is 88 to 1,293,236. Now, where are they located? Their main executive offices are at 200 Crescent Court, Suite 1400 in Dallas, Texas, with a zip code of 75,201. And if you needed to call them, their company telephone number, including the area code, is 855-427-7360. This filing is also checking a box that says they are providing written communications related to selling securities. This often means they are sharing information beyond just this report, perhaps in presentations or other official documents to help people understand this stock offering. Let's look at what is being traded. The company S-Class, a common stock, with a par value of $0.001 per S-share, is traded under the symbol AST on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. This is the main way investors can buy and sell shares of Strive Incorporated on the public market. Strive Incorporated is identifying as an emerging growth company. This means they are a relatively new public company and get to follow some different, often less strict rules compared to bigger, more established companies. This can give them some breathing room as they grow. Now, let's talk about the core of this report, what is called Item 8.01, which covers other events. This is where the real meat of the news is. On the 10th of October 2025, Strive Incorporated filed what is called a prospectus supplement. Basically, this is an update to a previous filing. This supplement is for a shelf registration statement, which is a way for companies to register a large number of securities they might want to sell over time. What is being registered for resale here is a huge number of shares, over 1.28 billion shares of their class, a common stock. This is being done by existing shareholders who want to sell their holdings. This last part here is really important. The filing explicitly states that Strive Incorporated itself will not get any money from these sales. When a company sells new shares, they get cash that they can use for their business. But in this case, the money goes from the buyer of the shares directly to the seller, who is an existing shareholder. This means the company's current cash position doesn't change from this particular transaction. They've also included an exhibit 5.1, which is an opinion from a law firm, Brownstein Hyatt Farber Schreck, LLP. This opinion likely confirms that the shares being offered for resale are legally valid and properly issued. It's like a legal stamp of approval on the stock itself. And that brings us to item 9.01, which is all about financial statements and exhibits. This section lists the supporting documents that come with the report. Here you can see the exhibits. We have exhibit 5.1, that legal opinion we just mentioned. Confirming the shares are valid, then exhibit 23.1 is the consent from that same law firm, meaning they agree to have their opinion used in this filing. And finally, Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file, which is an electronic format for machine readability, often used for regulatory filings. Finally, we get to the signatures. This confirms that the report has been officially filed on behalf of Strive Incorporated by its authorized representatives. The date is the 10th of October 2025, and the signature is from Matthew Cole, who is listed as the Chief Executive Officer. This puts a face and a title to the company S official filing. So what does all of this really mean for Strive Incorporated? What we're seeing here is a move by existing shareholders to sell a massive amount of stock. Since the company is getting any money from this, it doesn't immediately boost their cash reserves or fund new projects. Instead, it suggests that some significant investors believe now is a good time to exit or reduce their stake in the company. For current and potential investors, this could mean increased supply of shares on the market, which might put downward pressure on the stock price if demand doesn't keep pace. It is a signal that a large chunk of equity is becoming available. The risk here is an oversupply of shares without a corresponding increase in demand or positive company news, which could lead to volatility. The opportunity for some could be to buy shares at a potentially lower price if the selling pressure drives the stock down. It's crucial to watch how the market reacts to this large offering and whether the company has other plans or news that could offset the impact of these impending sales. Alright, that is our breakdown of Strive Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.